few of you are probably wondering, what's this behind me? This here is a washing machine. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I like my Heinz ketchup so much, I put Heinz ketchup on top of my Heinz ketchup. You guys need to start eating Heinz ketchup. You'll see how much better it makes you feel. Trust me. Kind of give you a quick flash of what we are going to be doing today. There's no we. It's just me here right now. The other day, me and Cooper, we was working on this semi. We found a airline that had a hole in it. Went to town and got a new hose today. So I'm going to attempt to get it put back on. If I don't get it, I'll let Cooper work on it later because he's kind of the whiz at getting this stuff to go where it's supposed to. But we'll give it a try. I'll probably put you on fast forward here so you can kind of watch me through the journey and we'll get her done.
One of these toolboxes is going in the tool trailer here, and the other one is going on the back of a semi. That way we can store oil jugs, antifreeze containers, things like that. Definitely a better spot than putting them in the cab. Just what I needed. Welder's loaded. We're gonna head down to the main heated shop with the enclosed trailer here. I needed to bring the welder down there because we have a bolt that snapped off on the corn head that we need to weld a nut onto in order to get the bolt out. Conveniently enough, we brought the welder over here to the main farm, so gonna go back there and get that done. Dad hopefully should have a semi done, and then we'll see what Dad's up to. Always remember, guys, if you're welding on a vehicle or a piece of equipment, be sure to disconnect the battery before you do any welding. Oh, hi guys. Today is one of those days where I could fall asleep at any moment. Laying on this creeper with the full belly is not helping. But anyway, to the corn head here. There is a bolt that is snapped off inside of there, so what I'm gonna do is take the welder here and try to weld a nut onto that, so that way I can take a wrench to get that off. So let's see what we can do. On today's episode of a 5-minute job that takes an hour, we're playing around here trying to weld a nut onto this, and every time I would turn it would just break off. This bolt broke off as well as this one. So to me, something seemed weird about that, seeing as the other side went on super easy. I think I figured out what the issue is. This is a Case IH corn head. Makes sense that there's metric parts on it. So this is the bolt I need, not a standard. Got the goods. Looks like my neighbor started corn. Looks pretty green to me, but that's not to say that the corn's not dry enough. Now, I'm not a professional mechanic or anything, but I don't think that's right. Just to clarify, that's not our tractor, that's the neighbor who lives across the road, but I have no idea what happened.
Well, we're going to crawl under this semi-engine here. We have some fan belts that are kind of loose. I don't know where the tripods are, so otherwise I would take you along for the journey. But anyhow, it's going to be one of them jobs. The bolts are going to come loose easy, or we're going to fight them, or we could even tear up our knuckles a little bit when the wrenches slip. And them things happen. Well, what do you think, Anna? Should we take a break? What do you want to talk about today? Oh, the life of a dog. Just gotta follow her little people around and she's happy. You probably noticed in about every video, Anna is there somewhere. Hey, Anna, you gotta say anything to everybody? Oh, yeah. I think he knows what he's doing down there. He's actually putting, we had some bolts break down on some of our stripper plates, so he's got them out and he's putting in some new ones right now. So he's actually pretty busy. We can make fun of him.
The combine is ready to go. We're gonna pull the Freightliner inside so that way if it rains we can still work on this. This semi still needs to be serviced. There we go. Cooper did some moving around. That looks a lot better. Actually got some room in here now. We'll be filling this up with corn before no time.
safety tip here from Daddy Cornstar. Been kind of busy doing stuff, but they're talking cold weather moving in. We got some rain last night, so I'm going to take a little time this morning. Something to think about. Might not hurt to check the old furnace over. Take the vacuum cleaner down there, vacuum around it, vacuum it. Use the shop vac though. Word of wisdom there. If you use the house vacuum cleaner, the wife will go to use it one day and she'll be like, honey, the vacuum cleaner smells like soot. Did you use it in the furnace? No, I would never do that. Just protect yourself. Use the shop vac. But me and Cole, we actually each have a boiler, so I'm gonna clean them up. Take out the sloots on them, clean them, blow them out with air compressor, use the vacuum cleaner in the machine and get it all cleaned up, and probably turn it on this week because I know they're talking lows of 40 and highs of 58. So not ready for that. Otherwise, I'll save this job for when Cooper comes home. But sometimes we just got to think about them safety tips in the house too. We get kind of busy and we just want to keep things running as smoothly as we can. These are actually the burners. I don't know if you can see it, like on top here is a lot of crud. These little bitty holes right in here is where the flame shoots through. But over the year of use, they get a lot of crud, that soot that burns in there. So I'll be taking these each one apart, cleaning them up. All right, gonna show you the inside of my boiler. Down inside, you can see a bunch of soot. So what I'm going to end up doing is sticking the vacuum cleaner in there, sucking all that crap out of there. It's always good to kind of check your furnace over, make sure everything is in top-notch shape. And if you don't know much about your furnace boiler, I know it's bills you don't like to spend, or we don't, but maybe sometimes it's good to have the certified furnace man out. They're trained, they know what they're looking for. Good cleaning could save a house fire. Don't want the heat to go out in the middle of the winter, so it don't hurt to have them check it out too.
Here's what we got going on the Freightliner. We found this old toolbox out in a scrap metal pile, so we decided to mount it on the back of the Freightliner here. That way we can have all of our hydraulic fluid, all of our engine oil, we can have antifreeze, we can have a few different types of sprays that we need. I'm gonna stock a few tools in here, but I want this relatively simple, so that way when we open it, we can look and see what we need. That way we're not digging through a bunch of stuff. I gotta give Dad credit for this, because this was his idea. I know it's rusty, I might sand it down and paint it next year, but for now, it's gonna work.
Kind of a dirty job getting that boiler cleaned up, but I got to get it done. I had two choices today. I could be down underneath a semi changing oil, which that's always messy, or I could be underneath the boiler blowing that crap out and getting that stuff done. So I choose to clean out the... Whoa, I didn't realize the window was down on the truck. I choose to clean out the... I choose to clean out the... So anyhow, let's get the boiler work done, then we'll go down to the semi.
You may be wondering, equipment-wise, what do you guys have left to get ready for harvest? The oil and filters need to be changed on the Freightliner. All of the tires need to have their air pressure checked, and if they need to be filled, we'll fill them. We need to grease this entire machine. I need to clean out the contents of this cubby. It probably hasn't been cleaned in 15 years, so I'm not really looking forward to what I'm gonna find in there, but it needs to be done regardless. That trailer there needs to be greased, and those wheels need to be checked. Other than that, we just need to pull the bean head home, go through the sickle bar on that, and then we should be ready to go. We're still waiting for the electrician to come out to finish working on the dryer. Then we can get that set up. Then we just got to set up a few augers, basically turn a bunch of switches on, make sure everything works, and then just wait for the crops to dry down. It feels really weird getting done with equipment before we're in the field. Usually we want to go pick and we still got a week worth of stuff to do. Okay, time to clean out the cubby that hasn't been cleaned out for 15 years. Lots of fun ahead, yeah.
Well, Daddy Cornstar coming at you, putting the old boiler back together. I don't know, probably be boring to some of you. Some of you might think, hey, this is pretty fascinating, but to me, I don't know, nothing too fascinating about putting an old boiler back together. Unless I get stuck in here or something. As long as we put it back the way it came apart, we should be good. I did number each unit, so I hopefully do get it back in the right spot. I feel like I'm under Dateline or something like that, investigating the guy doing his job correctly. The good thing is, I know I am, because I'm doing it for free, and it's my own. You know, sometimes when we hire somebody to do our work for us, like clean up our furnace, check it out, whatever, sometimes we think we're getting overcharged. But you know, when you actually do some of this stuff, you realize it may look easy when they're doing the job, but when you do it yourself, you find out sometimes it's not as easy as it looks. They're trained. They're supposed to know what they're doing. I'm sure you've all had somebody you kind of question that on, but that's besides the point. Now I need to learn how to count, put it in the right hole. I don't know if it really matters, but I always number them that way. If there's an issue, I know it came apart that way, and then maybe we can figure out what's going on. A little bit, we'll turn it on, see how it works. Do you ever have one of them numbers you can't tell if it's 6 or 9? I should mention, I should have a sign here that says not for hire. Kind of like any other job, if you find extra parts when you're done, just get rid of them. Didn't need them. Think I'm ready to light the pilot light, and we'll see if things work. Gotta get a lighter. Don't get too close. You're burning an eye. Hey, don't get too close, kids. We're gonna light the pilot light now. We're gonna attempt to light the pilot light. Now, come on, little girl. Get the old pilot light lit here, and we'll see how things work. We gotta get this little baby in there yet. Feel like a ant in a ant mole hill or whatever they call it. Well, I'm gonna take you down a little closer here, see if we can see. Turn on the burners and we'll see how it works. Okay, this is the view down underneath the boiler. We're gonna get ready to light it up. I don't know if you can see much down there or not, but this would be the angle if I was a little mouse. This is what I'd be looking at. Just before I feared my life and took off running. Come on, little fire. Should ignite. Probably hard to kind of see it down there, I guess. But it sounds like it's running. Okay, we'll buckle things up and get the heck out of here.
Well, that didn't go as bad as I thought. I found a crescent wrench in there that was so badly rusted I could hardly make out what it even was. It's been in there a while. Time to check air pressure and grease it. Guys! Oh, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Ah! That's right, guys. Unverferth sent out a new V700 grain cart for us to use this fall. Super excited about it. It's going on the K7140. We asked for a red one. They didn't have a red one at the time, so we got a green one, but this is gonna work. It's gonna be awesome. See how much rain we got last night. Looks like 1.5 inches. Look at all the room for activities. I already see an issue. The hitch on our case is also a single hitch because the other carts go around it like this. I guess Anna decided to jump up into the rafters of a building to grab a raccoon, and the coon ended up falling down. Anna fell with it, and Anna landed right in a 5-gallon bucket of used engine oil. Dad tried giving her a bath for the past hour, but he was using the wrong soap. She's a little dirty yet. You're funny, Hannah. We bought that tool trailer a couple weeks ago, and we want to put a toolbox in it. This toolbox really isn't being utilized the most right now since this shop isn't really completed yet. So we're going to empty this out, put that in the trailer, stock it with everything that we need for the season, so that way we'll have all the stuff we need when we need it, when we're in the field. And then after harvest, we'll come back, clean this shop up, get it all ready to go. But for now, that's what we're going to do. You know, you don't look so white right now. You don't look so white right now, and you smell like oil. Looking messy. Once we get done with the Freightliner, I'm basically gonna run out of things to do inside. We have to wait till it dries up to work on the vent site stuff. So in the meantime, this building's gonna get some TLC. Today wasn't a great filming day, but we got a lot done. The first thing we did is we got the tool trailer loaded and ready to go. We got everything nice and organized in here. Basically all the stuff we're ever gonna need in the field, we have in this toolbox. Super handy to have. And we got a nice little bench to work with. We got a jack, we got a chain in case we need to pull something out, and we got a spare ride if we need it. We also got the leaf blower, but that's a job for Daddy Cornstar. We ordered a new air filter for the Freightliner here. We think we figured out the block heater issue. We checked all the hubs on this semi. We need to order more 90 weight oil. I got the grease zerk issue fixed. And Dad and Cooper made a box for the batteries on the Freightliner. Kind of a slow day, but it was stuff that we had to get done, so now it's done, and we'll move on to the next thing.